God whispers in our pleasures, speaks in our conscience, but shouts in our pains. It is his megaphone to rouse a deaf world. I think this is said better than I could ever said it, and it addresses the question that one of my former students submitted on Instagram. My name is Ryan Pauly. This is the question of the day, and the question that was turned in is, why do people have to suffer before they can know God? Now, my first thought on this is that people don't have to suffer. There are some people that know God, follow God, and it was not brought about by suffering. But we often see that's the case, especially when you hear about testimonies that people give. They're in prison, they're on drugs, their family left them, their life is terrible, and when they've hit rock bottom, they reach out to God, and God responds. We hear this all the time. And I don't think that people have to suffer before they know God, but I think that's often the case because here is what I think is just true about reality. When life is comfortable, we don't need anything. When you have all the money you need, when you have the relationships that you need, and life is going good, well, why do I need anything else? Life is good. It's like, I use the example for my students, it's like a vending machine right after lunch. You don't even realize it's there, unless maybe it has some dessert, then you do realize. But right, if you're not hungry, if you don't need anything, it's not even there. But the moment you suffer from the pain of hunger, you need food, and you are going to go look after it. And I think it's true in the same sense of our world, that when life is good, when we have no sense of suffering, of any pain, then we're not going to search out for anything to satisfy us. But when we suffer from the pain and the evil in this world, that is one way that God shouts at us, as C.S. Lewis put it, and arouses a deaf world. God gets our attention, God gets people's attention as they begin to seek after things to satisfy the pain and the suffering that they have. And oftentimes when they hit rock bottom, that is when they finally reach out to God, when they truly need him, and he comes to the rescue. So I don't think that suffering is needed, but it often happens that way because we are just too comfortable. God whispers in our pleasures. We don't even hear him when things are going good. He speaks in our conscience, but he shouts in that pain in our life. And this is just how it works for many people. Hopefully, though, as I say with my students, that we learn our lesson and we learn how to live well without having to go through the pain. But some people, they have to experience the pain before they realize that's not the right path to be on.